Hey, man, I got to tell you, we didn't expect this news to come just as we were about to start our 8-show-long division prediction jaunt. We do this every year before the season.
I have to make a change.
We have each and every division predicted for you one by one all the way up until kickoff. Mm-hmm. And the first one up,
the best,
is, believe it or not, that money division as it used to be known when we were kids, the NFC East. We need some music, please, Jason Feller, because here it is, the first of the 8 NFL divisions, one by one, predicted by us over the next 8 days, leading all the way up to our first show in Kansas City when we will predict the AFC West. Chris Brockman, you're first up. Does this change what you were going to say?
I don't know.
So,
no,
go ahead.
Not really. I mean, I guess I assumed that CD was going to sign and be there week 1, but I do think there's just something going on with them, and I think the Dak stuff is going to kind of loom over the whole year, so I don't think Dallas is going to win the division this year, and I don't even think they're going to come in second. I like the Eagles to have a huge bounce-back season. I love everything about them. I just think Jalen Hurts, like the caller said earlier, like, come on, we're giving this guy, like, he had half a bad season last year. New offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, they're going to wing it all over the place. They added Jahan Dotson, Saquon Barkley. I think the Eagles are clearly the best team in this division. And then, like, weird stuff happens, right? Jaden Daniels has a chance to have, like, a C.J. Stroud type rookie year, and they might be kind of the surprise team and go 10-7 or something.
Well, you're going to say
that.
that would be the sleeper team of 2020.
So I think they're second. I think Dallas just has a fall off because the Mike McCarthy stuff, the Dak stuff, Micah's contract, it's going to loom over their whole season. They're super top heavy. So if someone gets injured, I don't have a lot of faith in their backups. And then the Giants are a huge kind of shrug emoji. What is this team going to look like? And so I'll have them rounding things out.
TJ?
Well, there we go. Let's see. Number coming in last place.
Were you really waiting for a music change?
I didn't know. I didn't want to step on Feller's toes. Okay. I saw him over there pushing
very
buttons
dramatic
and stuff. So I was like, well, let me wait to see what he's going to do.
Very dramatic.
My predictions for the NFC East, guy, I think you could pretty much guess. Coming at number 4, we have the Giants. I don't know what's going on there. Malik Neighbors, I think, is going to be great, but I'm not sure about the quarterback situation. Plus, the quarterback is now entangled with a celebrity girlfriend. I don't know if that's, going to hurt him, Chris. You know what I mean? When you get those high-profile romances, sometimes Travis Kelce, it works. Other times it doesn't. I don't know what's going to happen there. The Washington football team, because that's what I called them. Jaden Daniels, I think he could be special. They've got a great receiving core. I think they're going to be a little bit better than people think they are. And now we're going to come down to the Eagles and the Cowboys. I've got the Cowboys winning the division.
That's surprising.
Simply because Dak Prescott is 9-4 against the Eagles in his career. People don't take that into consideration. I knew CeeDee Lamb would sign today. So, hey, that's it. The Cowboys, the Eagles, the Washington football team, and the Giants. That is my prediction for the NFC East.
All right. Do you want to change the music?
Oh, okay.
Because I can't do it without it. My NFC East prediction, the first of the 8 divisions I will predict all the way up until the kickoff. All right. I can't say the Giants finish anything but 4th. I just can't. I got to see Daniel Jones. I got to see what this running game looks like without Saquon. You can't just remove the best offensive player on your team and think, oh, it'll be just great. We'll scheme it up. We'll just figure this out. Yeah. Malik Neighbors needs to have someone throw it to him. Daniel Jones, we've got to see how healthy he is and how he's going to remove any of the silly passes from his game. I do think the Giants' defense may carry some days for them. That is for sure. I can't wait to see what Brian Burns looks like on that same D-line as Kayvon Thibodeau, but I still can't take him out of 4th. And I'm putting Washington in 3rd because he's going to have a C.J. Stroud-type season, Jaden Daniels, to have the Washington Commanders perform anything better than 3rd, I think. And that's a tall order. It's a very tall order. I don't know why they traded Jahan Dotson. That's an interesting one. I know they feel like they've got enough there, but that was an interesting one to send him to Philadelphia. So it is, again, an Eagles or Cowboys division. I do think they'll split this year, which does not make anything more easily apparent. I just think when it comes down to it, the Eagles are a better football team. I think they did more in this offseason to address their issues than the Cowboys did. That is for sure. And I know their issues are going to be, how do you replace a legend and a future first ballot Hall of Famer and Jason Kelce up front? But the rest of that line is pretty damn good too. And how do you replace somebody like Fletcher Cox in the middle of that defensive line? I think they had trouble, as you know, on the back end of the defense, and they drafted and hit the hell out of that defensive secondary. And I do like the addition of two coordinators that remove those issues off the plate last year that Nick Sirianni was encountering. And having Jeremy Fowler on last Friday, you were out, Chris. He came on and did a little bit more, added more meat on the bones to his deep dive, saying that Sirianni stepped up in April in front of the whole team and took the blame and accepted responsibility for last year's complete disintegration. Yeah. And I just think that the addition of Kellen Moore on offense and Vic Fangio on defense is going to be a difference maker. And I just think, again, Deron Bland's already out for the first few weeks, and I understand he came out of nowhere anyway last year. Maybe somebody else can for Dallas. Sam Williams is already out for the year. Like, this is the sort of stuff. Dallas, you call them top-heavy. We will see how deep they are. I don't think, like you say, that the Dak stuff is going to loom over the team all year long. I just think
the Mike McCarthy stuff definitely will. That
is a different story. Now, that's a different story, but that guy seems to be able to block all sorts of noise out. I'm going to take Philadelphia win the division, Dallas second, Commanders third, Giants fourth. That's my opinion. Commanders third over the Cowboys is a bold choice, sir.
Mm-hmm. It can't be chalk. Every division isn't just going to be chalk. Weird stuff happens every year. No one saw Houston coming last year. No, I know. I feel like Washington
I just think that it can be chalk in the NFC East. Other divisions might not be chalk.
Okay, I buy that.
Is what I will say there. And
I feel like he did that.
What do you got against Commanders?
Who, me?
Yeah.
What don't I have against them?
No, what you can't say the word. You call them a football team.
That's why they've always been.
No matter
what their team name is. They're just the Washington.
I do like WFT because it's sort of close to WTF.
Yeah, I like that too.
Season 2 with Susie and Amy coming up.
I really liked their black uniforms last night.
I think the defense is going to obviously be better, man.
I think Jane Daniels could be really special.
Well, we had the fantasy footballers here on Friday.
Yep.
And I asked them, Mike Wright and Jason Moore were here, and I asked them about drafting a quarterback in fantasy and their philosophy of it. And he basically said go 8-9 rounds without choosing your quarterback. That you can get a really high-quality fantasy football quarterback 8th, 9th, 10th rounds and just keep amassing the other positions. And that's the way you win. And so I asked them, give me the names of some quarterbacks where if they're there, you can win a football championship with a fantasy football championship with. And they said Jaden Daniels more than Caleb. They liked Jaden Daniels better than Caleb Williams. Because
they probably think he's going to run more.
Correct.
Right? Yeah.
And that he's pro ready and he does have McLaurin and he does have some quality running backs and he does have a two-way threat game. Yeah. And so he is the way that you're proven correct and TJ and I are proven wrong. He's the way out. But CJ Stroud, brother, there's a reason why you don't see seasons like that very often out of a second overall selection as a rookie. So
it's true.
But he's definitely the way out. But they said over Caleb. They were not sold on Caleb, which I found interesting as well. And it wasn't just fantasy. They both were like absolutely Jaden Daniels. Tua, Goff,
you're seeing
those
that,
guys.
You're seeing that in a lot of drafts. Like, Daniels' ADP is definitely higher than Caleb's is.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.